San Mateo County is one of the stronger job markets, pushing home prices up 8.5% while the rest of the nation remains mostly flat. With our local unemployment rate at 3.6%, while California's average is much higher at 5.4%, here's why you should pay attention. With more companies pushing a work from office policy, let me show you which cities are exploding with growth, why you should pay attention, and even why timing the market here could be crucial for buying your next home. Let's kick off the list with the industrial city, the birthplace of biotechnology, South San Francisco. You can really see why this nickname fits perfectly when you visit Oyster Point. It's there that dozens of biotech buildings are under construction, representing millions in investments that's transforming this entire area. What's fascinating is how quickly this transformation is happening. Just years ago, this was mostly empty land. Now, we're seeing companies like Genentech and Roche leading the way, and with so many other companies almost moving here every quarter. In fact, these companies have created thousands of new opportunities in the past few years. That's definitely more jobs that were added than compared to San Francisco's financial district. And this will have a huge impact on housing. Let me show you why. We're seeing an incredibly strong demand for housing, especially from biotech professionals and other people working close by. The average home price here has jumped over 12% year over year, while other California cities have seen single-digit percentage growth only. But here's what makes South San Francisco unique. You can still find incredible value compared to that of San Francisco. Drive through neighborhoods like Burry, Brentwood, or even Westboro, and you'll see an interesting mix of housing. On one street, you'll find mostly charming 1950s homes, single-story tract homes that have been completely remodeled or well-maintained. Turn a corner and you'll find brand new modern condos as well. This diversity of housing is really rare in the Bay Area, especially with older construction. But it's not just about the homes here. The biotech boom is completely revitalizing the community. Take Grand Avenue, our downtown strip. 5 new restaurants opened here in just the last 6 months. We're seeing everything from high-end sushi spots to casual coffee shops popping up to serve a growing workforce. Transportation is another huge factor that people often overlook. With both BART and Caltrain stations, you've got easy access to San Francisco and also down south Silicon Valley. The new Caltrain electrification project will cut that commute even more, and we're talking about 20 minutes to get to downtown San Francisco. Beyond all the major growth, South San Francisco is also an incredible city to live for its school district and opportunities. Especially now that South San Francisco Unified has partnered with local biotech companies to create STEM programs in high schools. They're literally preparing the next generation of biotech workers right here at El Camino and South San Francisco High School, both seeing record enrollment numbers. And then there's the outdoors such as Sign Hill Park, which gives panoramic views of the entire bay, the Bay Trail that connects you miles of waterfront paths, and Orange Park, which just got a $5 million renovation with new tennis courts and a community center. And I know we mentioned it already, but Oyster Point is also a place that you'll be able to see trails and parks. I want to highlight something crucial for investors and homebuyers as well, the development pipeline. There are currently 15 major projects approved at Oyster Point alone. We're talking about $2.5 million of new office and lab space and over 1,200 housing units coming online in the next few years. This is a kind of growth that is unprecedented in these small Bay Area cities. One thing that many buyers ask me about is timing. With all this development happening, some worry that they've missed the opportunity. But here's the interesting part. We're actually just at the beginning of this boom. The biotech industry typically works in 10 to 15-year cycles, and this current expansion phase started just 3 years ago. Looking at market data, what's particularly intriguing about the rental market is this. Properties here are showing some of the strongest net growth in the entire Bay Area when it comes to rents. We're seeing 2-bedroom apartments that were rented for $2,800 last year now going in the low 3,000s. That tells us still there's plenty of room for appreciation and growth. So it's no surprise that South San Francisco has made it to the list. But which are the other 2 cities that we're going to mention today? The next city we're talking about is Daly City, and something really fascinating is happening in the market here. While visiting places like Westlake and Daly City, you can see why the city has hit an impressive 8.5 price growth, while other neighboring cities haven't done as well. The average home here is about $1.2 million, but here's what makes this more interesting. I'm going to share with you one of the recent listings that had sold in Daly City and what's happening here because you're going to want to pay attention. This 3-bedroom home had 12 offers in just a few days. Why? Because Daly City sits in this perfect sweet spot. You're getting 20% more house for the money compared to buying a house in San Francisco, but still you're just 15 minutes BART ride away from downtown. The transformation here has been incredible to watch as well. Take Westlake for example. Did you know Westlake used to be built on sand dunes? And how it's one of the most sought after areas now in the peninsula because of its proximity to San Francisco. These homes with their distinct architectural style, split level, even inspired the famous folk song Little Boxes. One trend I'm seeing is young tech professionals discovering Daly City and the close by peninsula cities. They're realizing they can get a single family home here in Daly City for what is a 2 to 3 bedroom condo in San Francisco. And of course, living in Daly City means you have ocean view opportunities. If you go around Muscle Rock Park and also the Palisades neighborhood of Westlake, you can get these incredible panoramic views of the Pacific. This is one of the hidden gems that most people fall in love with. You can go hiking, watch a sunset, and it's all just minutes from your front door if you choose to live on the west side. But before we go any further, I want you to guess which is the third city we'll talk about in this video. Write it down in the comments below and tell me which of these cities would you actually live in and why. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get brand new videos with everything you need to know about living in San Mateo County. Daly City is also booming in the educational field. Westmore High School in Daly City has STEM programs partnering with local tech companies. They're seeing some of the highest test scores, scoring above the state averages for mathematics and reading and science. The retail scene is evolving too. Serramonte Center just completed $20 million in renovations, and we're seeing high-end restaurants moving in, and a new future Jacalchi Asian food hall drawing people from all over the peninsula to buy groceries. This cultural diversity is reflected in the community with over 58% Asian population with a vibrant Filipino community that shaped the local culture. Here's something investors should note. Rental demand is incredibly strong here as properties here are seeing some of the lowest vacancy rates in the Bay Area. A 2-bedroom apartment that was rented for $2,800 last year is now going for in the low 3,000s as well, as this rental pressure is driving more people to buy, creating continuous upward pressure for home prices. The development pipeline is also looking strong. The city just approved 3 major projects along the BART corridor. We're talking about 1,200 new units coming online in the next few years, plus 150,000 square feet of retail space. This kind of transit-oriented development is exactly what buyers are looking for. For commuters, and the transportation options are really hard to beat, especially being so close to San Francisco. You've got BART, Samtrans, and easy access to both 280 and 101. And also the new express bus line to South City's biotech hub takes just 12 minutes. That's faster than driving yourself. I really think Daly City will continue to evolve in the next few years. Now, which city do you think is the next one that we're gonna talk about? If you guessed Millbrae, you're right. That's because there's a brand new gateway at Millbrae development, a $400 million project completely transforming the area, bringing 400 new units for housing and 150,000 square feet of office space right next to the region's biggest transit hub. Transportation is truly Millbrae's superpower. This is the only station in the entire Bay Area where BART and Caltrain connect directly in one place. With the new electrified Caltrain starting service, you'll be able to get to downtown San Francisco in just 19 minutes as well. That's faster than driving even without traffic. And this project is reflected in the real estate too. Looking at recent sales data, home prices are selling 23% above asking on average in Millbrae. And the average days on market tend to be as quick as a week. We've represented buyers in multiple offer scenarios and won because of the intricate understanding of the local market. In fact, I went to high school here and I know the neighborhoods really well. Definitely Mills Estate is the most desired neighborhood right now after the boom, and has continued to be so. The homes here sit on large lots with panoramic bay views if you're higher up the hill, with prices starting at $2 million and going up to $4 million for newer construction or redeveloped homes. But to me, the main reason why people choose Millbrae is the school system. Mills High School consistently ranks top 3 in San Mateo County's 18 high schools, with Green Hills Elementary receiving California's Distinguished School Award as well. But what can Millbrae offer you in terms of amenities and outdoors? After all, this is super important when you start to look for a new city to live in. It's not just the homes and the schools, but you've got to love where you live as well, and having things to do is pretty essential. So let's break down this part. First, we've got Millbrae's downtown along Broadway, which we've seen an incredible transformation with 5 new restaurants opening in this past year alone. Plus, the Saturday's Farmers Market has become a community institution, truly maintaining this unique small town feel while offering urban amenities. What else? The cultural diversity here adds another layer of appeal. You'll find some of the best Asian restaurants on the peninsula, besides the annual art and wine festival that draws over 100,000 people. The community feels incredibly welcoming, whether you're a young professional or a growing family. For outdoor enthusiasts, Millbrae offers easy access to both the bay and hills. The Spur Trail connects to the larger Bay Trail system, perfect for biking or running. Up in the hills, you've also got the Crystal Spring Trails just minutes away. Here's something most people don't know about: the views. Any neighborhood on the west side of town, including Mills Estate, and near the Green Hills Country Club, you can see all the way to San Francisco. And also on a clear day, you can spot the arrivals and departures at San Francisco International Airport as well. These western neighborhoods, especially along Hillcrest Boulevard, offer some of the most spectacular bay views in the entire peninsula. But let's talk about the city's investment potential. With SFO right next door in this major transit hub, Millbrae is positioned for significant growth. The city just approved their 2040 general plan, which allows for higher density development near the station. This is going to drive property values up over the next decade because resale properties aren't growing as fast as the demand for them. The rental market here is also particularly strong, not just because of good schools. A 2-bedroom apartment that has rented for about $3,000 in the past is going for the mid-$3,000s now. Looking at the development pipeline, there are currently 6 major projects under review. The city is being strategic about growth, focusing the density near transit while preserving character for single-family home neighborhoods, which has been a big debate. This balanced approach is exactly what residents and also buyers are looking for. The business community is also evolving. We're seeing more tech companies and other companies moving satellite offices here, drawn by the transit access and lower rents compared to San Francisco. This is creating a daytime population that supports local businesses and also restaurants. Finally, let's talk about timing. With interest rates affecting the market, some buyers wonder if they should wait. But here's the interesting part. Millbrae's market has stayed remarkably stable and consistent, and in fact, prices have continued to go up. Properties priced correctly are still selling really quickly and over ask price, especially near the transit hub, but also in the residential neighborhoods to the west. This tells us the fundamental value proposition remains really strong for suburb living. So along Daly City and South San Francisco, I'm sure Millbrae will become one of the hot spots to move into during the next few years. And there you have it, the cities that are completely receiving a boom because of the growth. And there's many other cities along the peninsula that we did not get to mention on this video. But if I was about to make a move to San Mateo County, I'd definitely consider some of these that I've mentioned here. So if you have a question about any of these cities or moving to San Mateo County, I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. We know the area inside and out, and we can help you find the perfect home that matches your needs. All you have to do is send me an email at wilson@theownteam.com to get started, or you can call or text 650-280-8888. And hey, before you go, if you like this video, you'll definitely want to check out our next video where I break down some of the things to do here in San Mateo County. With brand new restaurants and attraction, new developments, you'll want to follow to make sure you learn what's happening in 2025. See you on the next one.